Hello and welcome back to All Under Heaven. We are now the Minister of Rights, which means that we are now one of the most powerful people in the Song Dynasty. But what does that all actually mean? We're going to go deep into what our options are going forward and what our goals are long term. And I've had a lot of thought about it because there are a few different paths that we can go, but there's one path that just makes the most sense. So, let's start with, where are we now? Well, we have, as this will tell you, the 7th most prominent title of this tier. Now what does that mean? Well, if anyone can show me a better screen to find out this information, please let me know. But what it means is, if we open this here, just to have it on the side at the same time, we hold this title, and this is the 7th highest title within the Song Dynasty. If we go to the Song Dynasty here, and have a look at the hegemony of Song, you will see that we have all of these titles in here. So ours is prominence number 7, and this is the only place I've seen this listed. If somebody has a better place where they can see prominences, ideally what I'm looking for is a list where it's like prominence 1, prominence 2, prominence 3, prominence 4 with a score at the side. That would be perfect, but so far I've only seen it here. But yeah, what it means is we are now 7th highest prominence title. So there are 6 titles that we could, in theory, move up into. Those titles are the Ministry of War, which is this guy's current title, which is prominence 6. Now if you have a look here, compare it to ours, in terms of score by the way, we've got Minister title and Capital Income. These are identical, right, for both of us. Because the capital income is the Song Dynasty capital income, and the minister title is a minister title, right? Is what we happen to hold. And then we have this weird thing which is distance. So what it's saying is that technically the Minister of War is closer physically to the hegemony of Song's capital, so therefore it's higher prominence. I have no idea where this number comes from. I assume it's fudged in the background in order for the Minister of War to technically be a higher prominence title. But anyway, that's how that works. Then we have the Ministry of Personnel, which is this person's title, which is 5th level prominence. Then after that, we have the Ministry of Revenue, which is this person's title, which is 4th prominence. And all of this is kind of mostly the same, although this one, the minister title itself, has a higher ranking, so I don't know why they're using the distance when they've already decided that the minister titles can have different amounts. Not sure. I'm not going to worry about it. Essentially, all we need to know is this is a higher prominence title, so this is our advancement now. Minister of War, Minister of Personnel, Minister of Revenue. Okay. After that, we then have these 3 titles up here, which are, in order, the Censorate, which is the 3rd prominence title. It again has a higher ministry title score, so it is 3rd in prominence. Then we have the Commission. Now the Commission, it does have a prominence score, however it has a different succession thing. So its succession law is an appointment succession, but instead of all of this other stuff that we're using, its score is primarily affected by martial skill, gaining commander traits, and spending influence. And I assume, based upon the people who are eligible for the succession, that it is also only for people who've gone down the military path, because, well, there aren't a lot of people who are eligible for succession. So, that's the Commission, so we can't get this title. This one's effectively not in our line of titles we could get. And then after that, we have the Chancellery. So, this is our line of 6. This is effectively where we can go. Minister of War, Minister of Personnel, Minister of Revenue, Imperial Censor, Grand Chancellor. Okay, so that's the way that we advance up the rankings. So, with that in mind, that's where our current plans are. Raise our merit, get ourselves into those positions. The same way we got ourselves into this position, the same way we get everywhere else, right? That's the current plan. So we're going to put the current plan to the side for one moment, and we're going to talk about long-term plans. Now, long-term plans, I think, requires a mindset shift. Currently, we're in the Crusader Kings mindset of feudal, which is, I'm a count. Okay, Well, as a count, you've got to get enough land and enough troops that you can then make yourself a duke. Once you're a duke, you get more land, you get more troops, you make yourself a king. You get more land, you get more troops, you make yourself an emperor. You get more land, you get more troops, you expand. You get more land, you get more troops, you expand, right? And that's the feudal mindset. We need to get out of that. We need to get into the celestial mindset. So the celestial mindset should, if we're following the way that it's intended, should go along with this dynastic cycle thing. So, we are currently in a stable era. We're currently in the advancement era. So in the advancement era, what it says is the empire is focused on improving itself by looking inward through innovations, cultural excellence, prosperity of the people, and good, meritorious Confucian governance. So, this I think we're currently following. We're advancing ourselves. I think in the advancement era, you should focus on yourself. You should focus on improving your estate. You should focus on improving your family. You should try and get better titles. You should effectively just improve. So this one is basically take a step back and improve yourself, which is what we're doing. We weren't doing it consciously, we were just following where the game was leading us. After this, we are likely going to enter a tension era. The only way that we will not enter a tension era is if a foreign ruler takes the hegemony of China, right? Which is not going to happen. But if it does, we'll enter a conquest era. But we're assuming this isn't going to happen. So we're going to enter a tension era. The tension era is an era of unrest but also opportunity. While corruption, popular unrest, and invasions are a threat, wise rule can reform China. So there are two paths on our, if we're at a fork in the road, there are two paths we can take from tension. We can either go down the chaotic path or the stable path. Let's say we take the stable path. So the stable path basically leads us to a choice for the Son of Heaven. The Son of Heaven can choose to go to expansion or advancement. If they go expansion, expansion seems to be encouraging you to expand the realm. As it says up here, it's about pacifying frontiers, expanding its reach through military force, tributaries, and the Silk Road. The way I'm seeing this is, imagine that we've got a pile of resources, right? And that pile of resources is, this is China. In an advancement era, we're looking to improve the resources that we currently have. We're looking to upgrade it. Expansion era, we're looking to bring in more, right? We're looking to bring in some more stuff. So that's the idea of expansion. And then, after expansion, there's only two places it can go, conquest or tension. So we move back to tension. So, tension is effectively your choice era. It's the where do you want to go? Do you want to go back to a stable era where you're choosing to either improve the resources you have or expand the resources? Or are you wanting to move into the chaotic era? If you move into the chaotic era, you're effectively saying, I would now like to control the resources, right? Instead of having someone else control them, I would like to have them. So, let's say we went into the chaotic era. What would happen right now? Well, if we went into the chaotic era, hegemony of China title is destroyed and the former Son of Heaven is deposed. So immediately, hegemony of China no longer exists. Empire and kingdom tier titles in the de jure hierarchy are also destroyed if their holders have a power lower than 350 or 100 respectively. So, that would mean that if we were to look at Song here, if, say, Shannon here, if this person doesn't have enough movement power, his title would then break and it would look like this, right? And there'd be a bunch of independent dukes because there would be no liege above them, right? Or, if he had enough movement power, it would stay solid as a kingdom. Okay? So, that's kind of the idea. But what it also means is that if we happen to have enough movement power, we would keep the Ministry of Rights. Now that seems weird because it's got no land, but stick with it. Let's go back in here. Right. So, now we understand this bit. What would happen to us right now if this was to happen? Well, we have 608 personal movement power. So actually, we'd get to keep our Empire tier title. Now we move down to... I didn't mean to close it. Now we move down to the next bit. So we have either a bunch of independent dukes or a bunch of independent kingdoms and a bunch of independent empires. What happens next? Now, independent rulers will swear fealty or pay tribute to their elders or movement leaders. So, I'm assuming that it goes elders then movement leaders. So let's say that we would get, say, these people immediately as our vassals, right? These people would be independent, although this person... Actually, no, he could also be independent. I was going to say he might be underneath a duke, at which point he wouldn't be, but these dukes would definitely become our vassal, right? So that would give us some personal strength. But because we are also the movement leader of the conservative movement currently, we would get all of this in blue, in theory. All of this would become ours. So they would become our vassals, which would then give us a new realm that looks roughly like the bits that are shaded in blue here. And then we would use that to take over enough land, which would then allow us to claim the mandate of heaven and reform the hegemony of, well, it would be the hegemony of you at that point, right? So that's kind of the long-term goal. The long-term goal of all of our gaining power and all of our getting stronger is to eventually get to a point where we want to enter the chaotic era so that we can press our strength and take over all of this land. But while we're not doing that, we're either improving ourselves or we're improving the land that we eventually want to somehow get, right? That's the way that I'm seeing it. So hopefully that makes a level of sense, but that's kind of where our mindset should be. So in advancement, our mindset's correct. We should be improving our family. We should be upgrading our estate. We should be looking into that sort of thing. And that's what we're doing. So, yeah, that's what we're going to continue doing. Sorry if that went on a little bit long, but I was trying to explain where I was thinking we were going with the series, so hopefully that was worth listening to. Anyway, now we've done that, we've got some new stuff to look at. So, first of all, we have petitioned the Huangdi. I don't know what we would want to do. Actually, let's just see what our options are. So we ask him for gold. We can ask him to grant a governorship to a house member, which presumably will skip the normal succession stuff. You can ask him for a court position, for a family member to get a court position, or to increase capital development, which presumably doesn't apply to us because we don't have a capital. But anyway, that's fine. So, but we can ask him for certain things. Okay. Well, and we can do this, what, every 5 years? Yeah, we should do this. Why would we not do this? Next, this is something from our estate. We can now drink tea, which reduces stress, gains opinion with members of my court, a courtier can become inspired, and we get a random tea benefit. Yes, we should also have that ticked. We should also immediately, I think, resume new appointments. Yes. Why should we resume new appointments? We should resume new appointments because the only appointments that we can be given are more prominent titles. The more prominent titles are council titles, all of which we would be absolutely happy to take, right? We would be 100% happy to take any of those titles. So, for now, there's no reason to refuse that, right? There's no reason to refuse new appointments if they become available. They probably won't become available, but there's no reason to refuse them. Just wanted to check that that was done there. Okay, and we can also make movement petitions. We should consider this. We should consider doing one of these. How often can I do these? It doesn't say. Although I have to travel to the capital to do them. So, you know what? We might wait until I can move my estate, which will be after this internal war is done. If we have a look at our courtiers, you'll see that we have 2 new roles. We have department aides, which are powerful agents and schemes against our liege, but are also ones that can give us a higher monthly ministry budget. As in, they can increase the amount of treasury that I get, which seems pretty good. And they increase my monthly influence, and they improve various ministry-related tasks, such as great projects. Okay, so they cost 1 treasury a month. So our base rate is 8.8. So I think if they're like the best that they can be, they pay for themselves. So if I was to put my son in here, actually, so it's only, wait, is it only 5%? It's only 5%. Never mind, they won't ever pay for themselves, but that's fine. So we go from 7.5 to 7.1. So he's increased our budget by 0.7, but he costs 1, right? But he also gains a merit per month for this and gets lifestyle experience and gets influence. So, you know, we're getting other stuff. We're also getting 15% influence from having this guy in this role, which is great, right? 15% monthly influence is great because we now have reasons to spend it. Do I want to put this guy in as the other one? Yes, we could. I could also try and find, I was going to say my other son. He's not quite as good, but it's a lot of merit that you're getting off of it. So let's put him in as the other role here. Yeah. So he still gets the merit and influence bonuses. So let's have our 2 sons as department aides for now. Okay, and I think that's the only new things we got. Yeah, and Master Craftsman doesn't make any sense for us to have. I just saw there. Because we don't have any... Actually, does this improve... It does improve domicile buildings. Okay, never mind. So there is a slight purpose to it, but anyway. Right. Next up, apparently there are some things in our estate that can only be built if you're a minister. So we should look for those. How do I see the restrictions? I thought administrative courtyard might have been one, but I want to see, like... How do I see if it's restricted to you being a minister? I guess you don't? Okay. Interesting. But I know that some of these were restricted beforehand. Okay. Yeah, are there any of these that were restricted? I don't think so, right? Ancestral Gate? That's Benevolence title. No, I don't think any of these were restricted. Okay. Well, I think the administrative courtyard was restricted. Department aid aptitude would definitely, like, hint at that. Increases candidate score from ministry or minister appointments and gives you 2% monthly merit and renown. Yeah, this seems like something we should invest into. Wonderful. That'll finish 28th of August. I can make it quicker if I was to put in our Master Craftsman. Do I want to? I guess I could. Yeah, for now. I don't need you to increase development growth in the realm capital, but, you know, you can increase the building speed by 20%, which now means that it'll be finished in June. Wonderful. Right. Now let's move down some of this list of things that we need to do. Let's drink some tea. Yeah. I get tea for the spirit, which gives me monthly piety of 50% and minus 50% faith conversion cost. Wait, 50% extra monthly piety? That's insanely good, right? Well, it would be if it was 50% monthly piety. Wait. That is what that says, right? Wait a second. That says family tea. Had their family gather around a pot of tea, monthly renown. So are we getting a 30% renown bonus? Yes, we are. Wait a second. Do we have the other tea bonus? No. Okay, so it just told us the wrong thing. Fair enough, whatever, we're getting this buff. That's a better buff for us anyway. Maybe. I don't know. Well, it's kind of equally unimportant. Okay. Petition the Huangdi. Ooh, I'm gonna take you to it like this. Okay. I'd kinda like some gold. Wanna give me some gold? Oh, I have to travel there? Oh, in which case, we'll wait till we can move our... Yeah, we'll wait till we can move our estate. Okay. Meditate in seclusion or author book. We could author a book on poetry, I guess. That would be good, because it would get our poet trait even further up. Yeah. let's continue with a poetry book. I'll ask my son what I should do for my poem. Okay, cool. We can also do grand projects if we want to. We'll get back to that in a second. Okay, so that's that. We can go to university again. We should probably do that, actually, because I think the university is here. So that would make our life very easy. But one thing I also want to do is I want to look at our house aspiration, which we can increase because I have influence. So we could go up one, which means that we would gain an additional 25% candidate score of our poet trait experience. So we get 50% of our experience as candidate score. And governor efficiency would go up for all house members. And monthly merit per total tax paid to liege would go up. And poet trait experience would go up by 2%. And if we're powerful, we get more treasury. And hostile schemes will be faster. So yeah, let's continue our integrity upgrades. Can I do it again? No. Why not? Oh, because I don't have enough influence. Oh, fair enough, actually. Okay, cool. Right. I said I would go back to something, and I'm like, what was I going back to? Ah, yes, grand projects. Let's do grand projects next. So I would want to go... I'll remember it in here. So improve the Great Wall is currently happening. We can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with this one. It's also just happening. We could contribute to synthesize area. What would this do? This would lower progress towards tension. Well, I'm kind of okay with lowering progress towards tension, to be honest. That sounds beneficial to us because right now we're not really strong enough. Like if we go into here and we have a look at the wait a sec, if we have a look at, I'm trying to remember how to get it to even show me the view I wanted to see. I was looking for the political movement view, but I've completely forgotten how I even got to it previously. But anyway, if we were to get into the political movement view, which might be one of these ones? Nope, no idea. Anyway, maybe it's if you go to the situation. There we go. Yeah, if we're getting to this view, we aren't strong enough to, to claim the Son of Heaven title if we were to go chaotic. So there's no point in us doing anything right now with that because, well, it's not going to be beneficial to us. So we might as well try and keep the current, the current dynastic cycle, the current era that we're in. Okay, so that would be kind of beneficial to us. Where am I? Back in here. So that's fine. Does it give us anything else? It gives us merit when it completes, prestige, and some influence. I can also afford it. It's nothing compared to the amount of treasure I have. Okay. What do you get here? You get governor trait experience for these. So I think I'm willing to provide the cultural liaison. Yeah. But I'm not willing to do any of the rest of it. So let's just do that. Okay. We have two options here. We have establish control and synthesize area if we want to do these. So, if I create one of these, cultures of a different heritage in the top level liege will change to the top liege's culture. Cultures of the same heritage will gain cultural acceptance. So I attempt to do that. And the main benefit is that it will lower progress towards tension. Okay, or I can try and establish control. I mean, I could probably do both of these if I want to. I kind of want to establish control in Shan'an. I feel like its control level is really low. But what actually benefits do you get? Do you gain a lot of merit out of it? And lifestyle experience. Okay. If I have a look at my lifestyles, by the way, let's just see if I'm close to anything. I'm almost close to a martial lifestyle one, actually. Yeah. And we can get another learning one if we get a little bit of that. I'm wondering whether it's worth investing into some established control projects. So we could potentially do that and then invest into highway patrols and court magistrates. And we'd still have enough money to do that if we want to. You know what? Let's do that. It's just for a singular province. Which one has the lowest control in that area? So this is 0. So let's go for Hangyang in here. Although province might be... Yeah, province is a whole duchy. But yeah, so let's go with this one in here. Right, so I am going to make ourselves an established control one in Hangyang. Yes. Cool. I am now going to invest in highway patrols. Oh, this will actually add 5 to the tension. Oh. Okay. Oh well. I've already committed, I guess. And let's fund selected contributions. Cool. And we'll try and let other people fund the other 2. Okay. So we're now doing that there. Okay. Cool. Right. What's next for us? University visit, or do we wait like a month? Let's unpause for a month. Petition to Huangdi, costs refunded. Oh, because I didn't go. That's fair. Huan Shi Sand. As I recite my newly composed poem to my son and heir Yu Yanxi, I cannot help but feel a certain pride in what I've accomplished. The theme, heroic historical events, is one that I feel has never quite been captured in this way before. Expectantly, I look over at Yu Yanxi, waiting for his appraisal of my work. Acquire new knowledge while thinking over the old, and you may become a teacher of others. He is clearly appreciating my new opus. Oh, fantastic. Why don't we make him our friend, and we can give him this poem as well. This will be my gift to you. Nice. Okay. Hey, established controls started. Wow. Okay, that was quick. They're all in. Alright, will be completed in 3 years. Hopefully that'll raise control in that area. Right. Good. Okay, so we're not going... Oh, I was going to wait a month before I did anything else. Also, what am I doing here? I'm currently studying. Oh yeah, I was also thinking I had a new outfit that I'd lost, but it was just taking like a month to re-kick in. Yeah, and I can't remove my capital currently because this civil war is going. By the way, in case you're wondering how the civil war is going, he has a lot more troops now. So, I suspect it's going to go in the favor of our liege, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I'm lost where I am. Oh, that's just tell me I have a new artifact, but I already gave the artifact away. Okay. I think we should go to university. I think that makes the most sense for us at this exact moment in time, because it's already in the area. So we should do that while we're not doing anything else. There was one that was like really good, wasn't there? Is it this one? Yeah, large religious center, university, and Confucian education center over there. Or we just go to the one that's next door. I think we'll just go to the one that's next door. Let's just go for the quicker university visit. I'm actually missing money for it. I would have to go down to this. But really, I want to do that and do it with increased success chance. I can't afford it anyway. I could afford it if I do this, though. It's a 20-year thing. I think I have to save money, fortunately. Need about 400 to do that. Alright then. So now, I think our best course of action is to unpause. UCE comes of age. I'm proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult. He also appears to be going down the military track. I assume. Although it might just be because no, it's just because he's my champion. Never mind. Always a curious and knowledge-hungry child, UCE has shown an affinity for scholarship from an early age. He's an erudite oracle. Oh, so the same as his brother. Same as his... Wait. That's my marshal and champion. Wait a second. That's my son. Wait, you have a brother who is... Oh, right, yeah, you have a brother who is not my son. Oh, I didn't even realize. Interesting. Anyway, same as that brother was the one I was looking for. Anyway, cool. And he's betrothed to you, whose sibling is Fang family, who's apparently listed as my vassal. Wait a second. How are you my vassal? Do I have Wait, I have actual subjects underneath me? Yes, for some reason I have the Fang family, the Yang family. You know what? This is probably because they were family titles, right? So that might be why they get to stay under... Wait, no, I have a barony. Why do I have a barony? Wait, where do I have a barony? I have questions. Okay. Anyway, we have a son. Wait, where's my barony? Oh, it's in here. Oh, so some of these titles... Oh, because I'm at... Oh, I see. I see. Now I understand it. It's because I do actually have titles. But my titles are my liege's domain title temple holdings because I am effectively his court chaplain, which means that these are church holdings that I now hold. Although they're not church holdings because it's not a church, but you get the idea. Huh. Weird. Anyway, you're gonna marry. Wonderful. That raised house relations. We need to do more friendships. Which we can do at some point. Okay. Did I not raise... I did raise this to level 3. What does the 2 stars on it mean? Actually not entirely sure what the 2 star means on it there. That's okay. Whatever. Speed 5. Let some time progress. Also, do we want to continue studying? The study chance is almost 0. Well, it's 21%. It's not almost 0, but... Oh, that's due to this new governor thing. So I should maybe look for an elder again. Maybe we should try and find somebody to be my elder. How about the Huangdi? Would you be my elder? Request mentorship of... Well, me? Sort by rank? Yeah, me? He would. My merit... Wait a second. My merit rank is not inferior to his merit rank. Wait, it says that he's 3rd rank in his merit stuff, but he doesn't have a merit rank, right? Okay, I need to find somebody who's 1st merit rank to be my elder. Let's go into here and just go to the top of the list. Yeah, one of the ministers. Actually, wait a second. I go into here, and then go there. Grand Chancellor, or maybe the Imperial Censor. Either one would be fine to be my elder. You're unaligned. I could ask him to join my movement. At which point he would be in charge of my movement, right? Because of his personal movement power. But anyway, I think instead I'm going to ask him that he mentors me and improves my merit. Let's do that. Cool. So I now started a mentorship scheme, which has a 95% success chance. Perfect. Here, I don't know if we need to continue the Wanderer scheme, but because I no longer have a holding that I'm looking to upgrade. I guess same realm scheme secrecy going up is not bad, and a travel itinerary is not bad. Do I need personal touch? No. Do you need inspector? Long reign bonus is okay, but no. I actually don't think I need any of this. Is there any reason to stay in the Wanderer lifestyle? No. So I think I should switch from Wanderer now to something else. What that something else is, I'm not entirely sure. It's not learning. Because I don't really need any of this, I think. I'm just seeing whether there's any... I mean, 20% monthly merit's kind of nice, but I don't think there's anything else I really need in here. No. Could go stewardship, which would make my domicile buildings build quicker. Get me more money, maybe? But like... Yeah, not a ton more money, even in here. Meritocracy gets you monthly merit now, which would be okay. Yeah, none of this is relevant to us at all. Okay. Martial, I think, is just the wrong path. Is diplomacy would be the right path for us then? Because I don't think intrigue is. Go friendly council into patriarch, into working our way down some of these routes, maybe? I'm just seeing what I actually even have options for here. Maybe monthly merit, 20% there. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we go down here and then we go down diplomat. Okay. Let's grab ourselves the 3 diplomacy per month. Or sorry, 3 diplomacy like as a flat value thing. Let's do that. Okay. Cool. Okay, I can send my child to the childhood examination at 12. This is your last chance, 55% chance. That's a pass. Wonderful. Okay, I can't study Confucian... Well, I mean, I could study the Confucian classics, but there's no reason to study them. Because I am already... yeah, I'm already full up on them, and I had a low success chance. Can I not petition you for something? No, I could ingratiate family. Attempt to win his favor. What does that do? Monthly influence. And he would gain some opinion of me. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find this, where petition is here, but I just don't think that... Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I'm trying to find out where the equivalent to this is, right? Because there's make a request. It's called make a request. Make a request. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can. Okay. Whatever. Maybe I'm missing it. I might be missing it. It's entirely possible. Right, back to my son here, because I forgot to do this. This son. You are going to be mentored in governance. Wonderful. Right. Also, I guess I should put my sons at the side. So you're there. Second son is now here, and third son is now here. Cool. Try and keep track of them. Okay. Right. Let's go. Okay. So we're now doing the mentor and governance scheme, and I finished my administrative courtyard. Wonderful. So, now we could continue upgrading our administrative courtyard if we wanted to. Let's increase my department aid aptitude. So you're now good, actually, which is great. So I'm getting a little bit more monthly treasury from you. Okay, although I'm not getting very much treasury back. Interestingly. Oh yeah, I was going to see if there was a way of finding out what the current rates are. How do I figure that? Is it maybe in here? So that's military command in terms of how it's structured. Okay. Retirement age. Oh. That's interesting. Yeah. So you can gain access to the retire from heading the U house decision. Oh. Okay. Interesting. There's the gender law one. Somebody was wondering where that was. But you obviously all of these just require you to be the Huangdi. And succession law is celestial appointment. We also have celestial commander. Any adult in the realm may strive to attain military governorship by having good martial skill. Huh. Interesting. Anyway. Wait a second, but these are for my titles. Yeah, never mind. So that doesn't matter. That's not interesting at all. I was actually thinking about these ones. But yeah, this one we can't change unless we're the Huangdi at the top level. Okay. So where is... I guess you can't see budget unless you are the Huangdi, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to see if we could get some more info on that, but I guess not. There seems to be a lot of information that's available to some people in this one, like in this DLC, but not available to like every person who's in the realm. But it does seem like a lot of things are relevant. Excuse me, you slandered me? Who are you? Random person? Okay. When I speak to others, I see doubt, worry, even mirth in their eyes. Snickers and whispers follow wherever I walk. My words don't hold the weight they used to, and my standing among my peers seems suspiciously fragile. The craziest and most compromising rumors circulate about me, and it seems that people believe them all. My agents are certain it was Intendant Zhao Zongju who orchestrated the slandering of my name. Why? That's so mean. You know what? You know what? I am going to slander you. I can't do that, right? Because I already have a... Wait, this is a political scheme, right? Oh, wait a second, but this will raise tension. I saw a post about this, actually. People said the realms are falling apart because people are slandering each other. Apparently that's a thing that's been happening right now. I go and have a look at this. Look at catalysts. Where are we? So there's yearly drift. Expansion's favored movement. Where's slander? It's a level 5 one, right? Yeah, there you go. A governor slandered another governor 61 times, adding 5 each time. So effectively, because people are slandering each other and dragging each other down, it's causing tension. Which I guess is fair enough. It probably would cause quite a lot of tension, but it is kind of funny. So no, I shouldn't retaliate. Yeah. Okay, I should not retaliate. Okay. Whoa. A lot of things changed there. You changed your outfit. Alright. That's interesting. Anyway. To the benevolent Yu Xingfang. As a proud member of the pro-song movement, I hereby invite you to stand with the Zhao Dynasty. Okay. Wait, is that my dynasty? Or is that a different Yu dynasty? There's a different Yu dynasty. Alright. So you would like me to join this movement. Well, on decline, he just doesn't like us very much. I would get a weak hook on this guy. I don't feel like I should, but I do want to just have a look at the dynasty and just see. You know, let's give it a fair thought. If I joined the pro-song one, I would be in charge of that movement. See, that's a reason to switch movement, right? You would be in charge of the new movement, which would then mean that if, for instance, there was to be a chaotic era, you would then be in charge. Although, surely, it doesn't make sense for it to work the way that it's saying, because if you were a member of the pro-song movement, and then things shattered, and you were in charge because you're a member of that movement, surely you would be looking to put the Song Dynasty back in charge. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Also, that's kind of interesting that the Son of Heaven favors the expansion movement. I wonder what this does. So members of higher candidates score for any titles. Petitions are more likely to be accepted. Dynastic cycle catalysts are triggered based on which movement is favored. Oh. And it gains access to the shape of the dynastic cycle decision. Oh. But yes, I could join this movement and immediately be in charge of it. Or I stay in my current movement. We were a member of the pro-song movement at one point. What are our bonuses in our movement? So currently, it's building construction stuff. Doesn't matter to me at all. Men-at-arms stuff. So none of this matters to me. Oh wait, no, in this one. Domicile stuff. Yeah, no, I'm all about the domicile stuff. I decline. I don't care about men-at-arms or building, because I don't do either. So, that's fine. Oh, except that, yes, there are some bits of land I do hold. I did forget, but I'm not going to do anything with them for now. Okay. How's this going? It's going well. Okay. You can join a local examination that's in the location that I'm in. It's also the Imperial Princes thing. Because it's the child of the Huangdi. Well, I'll join your local examination. Because I have nothing better to do and it's in the same location I'm in. Yu Guanding comes of age. She is betrothed to gentleman Li Hongqing. Alright. She is also incestuous, apparently. Wait a second. How can my daughter be incestuous? Because I'm looking at the wrong person. I was looking at his region. Okay, that's fine. She got Mastermind Philosopher, a level 4 learning education. Oh, well done her. Okay. Well. Back in here. Gentleman Li Chongyi's friendship. So you are trying to become my friend. Do we already have a connection? No. But, well, you know, I don't want to be his friend then. It's fine. Tutors continuing to educate my child. You would like me to join your movement, the advancement movement. Everyone's like, hey, you want to join my movement? Do I want to join the advancement movement? I don't know. What's the advancement movement all about? So I'd again be the movement leader if I joined. Yeah, no, I don't need any of this. So, no, I don't. I decline. Okay. Back to this. Hey, we got some mentorship progress and house relations deteriorated due to some quarreling between this person and this person. Neither of which are related to me in any way. So, wait. No, they cuckolded themselves? It says here? This must just be an incorrect message. Okay. Lady Yu. Ah, my daughter did that then. I see. Okay. Entrance gather. We have the public challenge. Where I'm going to get some diplomacy lifestyle experience. A royal architect is dead. Died of pneumonia. Oh, okay. Close that for a second. Back to pause. Right. Saying goodbye. There's a deep and endless hole. I love how the dead guy is also holding his head like, oh no, I died. Anyway, there's a deep and endless hole in my heart. Wan Li was a constant companion and confidant, and to have him ripped from my life feels like a mortal wound from which I will never recover. My hands clasp a note he gave me, the last note he will ever give me, I realize bitterly. I try to read it, but all I can do is move it away from my face, that the precious words contained within it are not washed away by my tears. Though there is a crowd of mourners around me, I've never felt so alone. Well, I don't want ongoing heartache for 30 years, so I'm going to take this and hope I don't get the 5% melancholic. I didn't get the 5% melancholic, I in fact lost stress. I do, however, need a new steward. Who is going to be... I guess you for now. Alright. He isn't really doing anything, he's just getting us to main taxes in, like, the 2 holdings we have, but the 2 holding... Wait a second. Wow, I just realized my church. Oh, I get it for all temples in his domain, not just the ones that he personally controls. Okay, no, actually I'm making quite a lot of money out of that. Gold-wise, and it's coming in as gold. Alright, never mind. This is worth quite a lot then, 15% of that. Wait. No, but that's coming in as church holdings, right? So that's not getting the 15... Wait, no, that's not getting the 15%. Yeah, so this isn't actually doing anything. Yeah, there's just the chance of extra taxes, but I have no domain listing there. So actually, no, it's doing nothing. So yeah, I'm happy with him just maybe giving us extra taxes if he feels like it. Also, Master Craftsman. That can be you for now. Wonderful. Forbidden answers. Or report the disgrace. We do the experimental ink mixing now. Outliving a child? Oh Buddha, how could you do this to UCE? Why did you not punish me instead? He was blameless. My perfect son, life had so much more in store for him. He died from stress. And he was a lunatic? There must be a lunatic stress event that can kill you. Wow. That's, yeah, that's something. Okay. Now it's time for the real work in this examination. Yes, that son just dropped dead from almost nothing. Oh, I don't even get any merit for finishing that. I just got the merit for the events within it. Alright. How's the war going? Looks like it's going okay. Looks like we're winning. And when we do, we can finally move our estate back here, and then the travel to do things with our liege is instant. Also, the attention here is getting closer. Well, with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.